DK Metcalf, an American football star, plays for Seattle Seahawks as a wide receiver and one of the fastest athletes in the NFL. So how can he run so fast? He must be careful with his diet, right? Well, what he eats might just shock you. Keep watching until the end to find out, and my thoughts on it as a registered nutritionist. Appearing on the KG Certified podcast, hosted by Basketball Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett, Metcalf absolutely shocked Garnett when the Hoops legend asked him how important nutrition was to his game.
Talk about how important nutrition is. Nutrition is huge.
I'm probably the worst person to ask that.
God, are you eating Popeyes, Churches?
Nah, see,
you from the SIP too. I know you be eating coon soup. Yeah, that's some shit.
I'm a candy type person.
What?
I eat one meal a day.
And then he launched into an explanation of just how unusual his diet was.
Drink one coffee and eat like 3-4 bags of candy and a water. So I got, what did I get yesterday? Got the Skittles gummies. Then I got the Lifesaver Creations. They're the same size bag, so I just mix them.
It's no secret, Metcalf is in excellent shape. He stands 6 foot 4 inches tall and is aesthetically shredded at 235 pounds. So a sugar-fueled diet is not what I expected from an athlete of Metcalf's caliber. Here's my take on Metcalf's diet. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to join my community. Let's get to the truth about nutrition together. Now let's dive back into the video. Firstly, eating 3 bags of candy per day is a lot by most people's standards. But one thing is for sure, he will be getting the energy he needs, or more like a sugar rush, to keep him going on the field. Eating fasting absorbing carbs such as simple sugars from candy will give him quick energy pre, during or post workout, but will be providing him with no nutritional value. Better foods that contain simple carbohydrates such as milk and whole fruits also contain a variety of necessary vitamins, minerals and other nutrients. Eating Skittle gummies and Lifesavers will definitely not be giving Metcalf any nutritional value and will probably be leaving him feeling less than optimal. He's also not getting enough fiber or protein, which would help him with muscle building and keeping him feeling full. Eating this way can also drop his energy levels, impact his GI tract to be less efficient and lead to bloating, all of which are not good things for a professional athlete. It would be better for Metcalf to limit the amount of simple sugars and choose to eat more complex carbs from foods such as fiber-rich fruits and vegetables, whole grains and beans. Why? Well, complex carbohydrates raise blood glucose levels for longer and produce a more lasting elevation in energy, which is good for any athlete. The primary function of carbohydrate is to provide the body with energy, and complex carbohydrates do this more effectively. Also, if Metcalf is only consuming candy, coffee and 1 meal a day, then potentially this could weaken his immune system response if he's not eating enough. This can lead to more frequent illnesses like colds and more susceptible to injuries, which is something you don't want as an athlete. Now, Metcalf might be able to get away with this style of eating now, as his daily activity level is probably high and he's only 24. He mentioned to Garnett that he trains twice before consuming any food, saying that his ability to train at a high intensity for so long is doable in part because of how many simple carbs he's consuming. But should you be eating like Metcalf? In short, I would not recommend Metcalf's diet of 3 bags of candy a day. Unless you're a professional athlete, someone in the general population or lower level athlete would not do well recreating this diet. Why? Well, if you're not burning off the simple sugars that Metcalf does during his training and workout, then that's a lot of empty calories you'll be consuming, which, if not burnt off during exercise, could lead to weight gain. We all should limit the amount of free sugars we consume. Why? Well, free sugars has been associated with a range of potential health problems, including obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. The type of sugars most adults and children in the UK and US eat too much of are free sugars. These are any sugars added to food or drinks like biscuits, chocolate, flavoured yogurts, breakfast, cereals and fizzy drinks. Also sugars in honey, syrups such as maple, agave and golden, nectars such as blossom, and unsweetened fruit juices, vegetable juices and smoothies all contain free sugars. The sugars in these foods occur naturally but still count as free sugars. This is because the cell structure has been broken down and the sugar has been released. Also, eating too much free sugars is not good for your pearly whites. Eating 3 bags of candy a day won't be good for your dental health either. It can cause dental decay, which occurs by the presence of bacteria in plaque, and acidic byproducts resulting from bacterial breakdown of sugars. Overall, I think it's highly unlikely that Metcalf can maintain a diet of candy and coffee year-round, especially when it comes to training and the food they would have access to. Professional footballers' day-to-day life involves a lot of training, so I'm sure he's consuming the adequate carbohydrates he needs to keep him going. DK Metcalf isn't the first professional athlete with a questionable diet, and he certainly won't be the last. Fellow wide receiver Chad Johnson's diet also consisted of him eating whatever he wanted. In an episode of the I Am Athlete podcast, the 6-time Pro Bowler revealed his daily diet to Cam Newton.
Well, if that's gonna be the case, let me see what the first day meals prep gonna be. What I'm eating for breakfast.
First day, meal prep, we're going to McDonald's. Hotcakes with sausage, sausage muffin, a large orange juice.
For snacks, he eats.
What's for my snack?
Pop-Tarts, 6 boiled eggs.
For lunch, he eats.
What's for lunch?
Lunch, we're going to go to Bahama Breeze. Pasta, jerk chicken pasta, extra chicken, no asparagus.
And for dinner, he eats.
And then dinner, baked or fried chicken. You can go dark meat, white meat, however you like. For me, I like 3 legs, candy yams, macaroni and cheese, and greens. Sweetwater cornbread and chocolate cake, yellow cake, chocolate icing.
During the podcast, Chad Johnson said, "My numbers were great just how they were, eating McDonald's." And it sounds like DK Metcalf feels the same way about his love for candy. Both wideouts enjoy success on the football field despite their diets. While Chad Johnson and DK Metcalf both have unconventional diets as professional athletes, they are on different scales. Johnson eats a large quantity of food throughout the day, while Metcalf eats just one large meal at the end of the day. Still, the common theme between the two players is that their unique diets don't seem to interfere with the on-field production. Johnson enjoyed a productive 11-year NFL career. He recorded 766 receptions, 11,059 receiving yards, and 67 touchdowns in 166 games. He may never end up in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he is one of the most talented and entertaining players at his positions during the 2000s. Metcalf is only heading into his 4th season, but he's off to a promising start. Johnson and Metcalf's diet seemed to work for them, but I would certainly advise against following their diets. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Remember, enjoy food and stay happy and healthy. Catch you on the next one.